It's verse, goddammit! And if you wanted someone that shows no emotion, you should have cast Brie Larson.
Sorry, Veers. It seems like they took you from the epic space movie quadrant over to the buddy cop movie quadrant. It's going to take us at least one full act to get you there.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Fan Advocacy Network. Well, the off-brand industry, as my good friend Lost Paws Noble likes to say, the off-brand industry has created something truly amazing. And that is an off-brand Captain Marvel parody. Now, I say off-brand, obviously, because you can tell that it's not within the official MCU canon. This is not officially an MCU movie. This is just simply a good time. And I know what you're going to say, a good time, yeah, sure, right. Yeah, a very pleasurable time. Yeah, use more adjectives like that. No, it's just, when you watch this, it's like you're watching a very good version of what was that movie? A Scary Movie. It's like that level of comedy. I mean the first one, not the other 10 or 20. But it's just genuinely fun. And the way that it ends is just beyond anything that I could have imagined. Where you have Jean Grey and Captain Marvel in an orgy with Deadpool. You know, I gotta say I was like, this is probably the way that Captain Marvel should have ended. Oh my god. Oh, it's fantastic. It's just simply fantastic. It's fantastic because, I mean, Brie Larson is just a joyless sack of just garbage. And she's physically unappealing, and she has nothing of interest to say. But this young actress, what is her name? Kenzie. God, there we go again. Kenzie. I clicked on the name, and the video starts playing. I can't even. Yeah, see that? God, that's terrible. But Kenzie Taylor did a great job. She was very funny, and I don't know any of the names of these actresses. Jean Grey was Lacey Lennon. And let's see. Let's see if I can click. Okay. It's fine. Quentin James. And there's Nick Fury. I mean, and oh, look, the scrolls. Alex Legend. I mean, these guys have such amazing names. Now, the thing about this is, obviously, if you're under the age of 18, you shouldn't be watching this. You shouldn't be anywhere near this. I'm not promoting that you go see this. I'm not promoting the website. I'm simply talking to people who are of an adult age and can watch this. I would recommend watching it just for the humor, just for the comedic effect, because this movie is genuinely funny. And if you skip past the adult scenes and just focus on the levity, it is an entertaining movie. And I do think it's better than Captain Marvel, which is astonishing. And they make references throughout the whole movie to just how unappealing Brie Larson is. And I love that. I love that an off-brand actress can manage to be more likable, more personable, and have better acting than Brie Larson. I can't believe it. It's really one of those things that you have to see it to believe it. What else can I say about it? What else can I tell you? Well, it's got all the superhero references that you would want from a Marvel movie. It does manage to include that, which I think is interesting. make references to all the Marvel movies, Thor Ragnarok and stuff like that. And it's just, I can't believe that I'm sitting here doing a review for an off-brand movie. But it's too fun to pass up. It just, oh man. Anyway. So, one thing I want to say is the reason why I watched this is because I saw other people doing reviews of it. I saw this being promoted on Twitter, and I like this type of parody. It's just, it's irreverent, and that to me is the best type, because most of the show media is not going to do anything like this. They're not going to make fun of Captain Marvel. They're just not. They're too invested in the ideology. They're too invested in the, woke, feminist, female power narrative. They're not going to mock Captain Marvel as being as abysmally bad as it is. But leave it to porn. And say what you want about porn, but porn for years has been something that has stretched the societal Overton window, where you see people, doing things, and I don't just mean like in the movies, but you see them taking risks on storylines and parody and satire and maybe stretching the bounds of copyright law and just making things that normal society wouldn't really approve of. And I think that's great. In many ways, this is the type of content that speaks truth to power. I can't believe. And I mean, it's true though. It's like, where else would you see a movie that's going to take a shot at Brie Larson, just openly mock her throughout the whole movie, call her a bad actress, call out the fact that she doesn't have any emotion, and just really emphasize all of her faults and flaws and things that are unappealing. They bring up the fact that she doesn't have an ass, Brie Larson. You're not going to find that anywhere else. So that's why I think it's interesting. That's why I think it's amusing. Because there's such a narrative, a almost religious right-wing narrative, from the 90s. If you remember the religious right-wing narrative from the 90s, it was Dungeons and Dragons is bad. Or that's even before the 90s. That's in the 80s and the 70s. Dungeons and Dragons is bad. Dungeons and Dragons teaches people, how to commune with the devil. That type of stuff that was considered taboo. Well, now the left does that. And you're not allowed to criticize what they deem as part of their cult. And their cult is, women are strong, brave, powerful, flawless, unable to make a mistake, unable to do any wrong. They should only be portrayed in the strongest, most amazing light, even when they're not, even when they're terrible people like Brie Larson is, even when they're insufferably stupid and just pathetic all around, as Brie Larson is. This type of irreverent humor and parody is exactly what's needed. And there's 1,000 jokes to be made about porn being or I shouldn't say porn. I'm sorry, YouTube. I apologize. Off-brand content. Don't demonetize me, please. As if this video is going to be monetized. But I like what they were going for. It was very amusing. And I'm taking a very serious tone here on a video about this type of subject matter, because I think that it's kind of great. I think there should be more of this. I think they should continue to make fun of things that the media has deemed untouchable. Absolutely untouchable. You can't make fun of Captain Marvel or you're a sexist. Oh, yeah, well, this porn company did, and they... Oh, again, I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm sorry, I didn't mean porn. I meant off-brand.
All right, guys. I think I'm finally at full power. You know what that means? It's unstoppable ass kicker time. Like we did at the end of Thor and Thor Ragnarok. Anyways, I gotta go kill the snapper before he turns you all into dust. See you in the sequel. Captain Marvel out.